This week we're in Boynton Beach. We're heading offshore, utilizing a variety of techniques, looking for dolphin and wahoo. I had an hour drive ahead of me. It required a really early start, getting up at the crack of dawn. Made the trip down there, because I tell you what, these wahoo are early morning, low light feeders. I wanted to get on the water before the sun rose. We met up with Chase at the boat ramp and launched the Triton. Rolling out here first light, Boynton Inlet, Chase Young. We're gonna go out, we're gonna look for some pelagics. What do you got in store for us today?
Well, I plan on going out looking for a wahoo. Go for about an hour, hour and a half, see what happens, troll some plugs, maybe a ballyhoo way back, and go look for some dolphin afterwards. Look for some weed lines, throw a couple plugs, try and get them excited, throw a few chunks out there, and just start bailing them hopefully, you know?
All right, so we're just gonna utilize some different techniques. We'll start out, that wahoo bite's usually early in the morning.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do that first light.
Yes.
Get out early is important for the wahoo, and then we'll just run and gun and look. You never know what you're gonna find.
Definitely, you never know.
Sitting out here in September right now, the bite's been pretty steady, so we're in between, you know, the weather's pretty decent today. We have some scattered showers. We'll try to make it happen.
Yeah, the wind's supposed to pick up later on. The tide was changed at 5:30, and done pretty good on wahoo this year. Actually one of my best years of wahoo ever, so give that a shot, and if that doesn't work, then let's go and get some dolphin.
Talking with Chase, he'd been utilizing a variety of techniques, and that was our plan for today. Get to start early, troll for wahoo close to shore. The great thing about this Boynton Beach area, you only have to run a mile or two offshore and you're in perfect wahoo waters. They have a great reef system. This is a prime location to target these fish. After that, he's been, said, let's run way offshore and look for dolphin. These weed lines have been, 10, 15, even 20 miles offshore. Our plan was to run way offshore and look for the mahi bite. All right, what are we gonna pull?
Well, we're gonna do shotgun ballyhoo, traditional blue and white, single hook, horse ballyhoo.
Set him straight back.
Yeah, he's gonna go way back. And then we're gonna use these right here, Gozdz Sashimi 3D Magnum.
Fish them on wire?
Yeah, fish them on wire, those wahoo.
Obviously.
Yeah, those wahoo would cut right through that mono for sure.
And you were saying, this is a, you do it a little different. A lot of people high speed, but you don't actually have to pull them that quick.
No, I mean, I take a lot of people out and I like to catch a little bit of everything. And I've noticed I go out so much that, I catch a lot more wahoo just normal speeding instead of high speeding,
Okay, let's get him out and see if we can get a bite. The funny thing is, finding Chase on social media, the guy has kind of the reputation of like the wahoo killer. He's caught over 80 this year alone, which is an incredible number, and he's utilizing techniques that not everybody uses. He's slowing things down, he's pulling different plugs than other people are pulling, but you know what? He's catching the fish. All right, so tell me the technique that we got going on here.
So I like to normally start around 100 feet of water, and we'll do like a zigzag pattern. Go out to about 350, 400, come back into 100. There's a few sets of reefs. There's a reef at about 60 feet of water, 55, 60 feet. Another reef about 90 to 100. And I like to go out past the reef, see if there's any flying fish or any bait fish holding offshore a little bit, and then come back in just the outside edge. And it seems like if you keep doing this zigzag pattern, you eventually pass them. You don't want to hold like one depth of water for too long,
And the speed that you utilize is what?
Well, typically in between 5 and 8 knots. Okay. Today, I believe the current is about the same as yesterday. It's going about 3.5 knots. So right now we're going about 5 or 6 miles an hour.
Overland, but really it's showing 8 miles an hour over the water.
Exactly.
That current with you. Okay. So a little slower. I mean, some guys high-speed wahoo up to 15, 16 miles an hour. But you can definitely do this a little slower. We fished for several hours and just didn't get the bite. This type of fishing though, it's either go big or go broke. What do you think? Switch it up?
Yeah, let's go.
Time to catch some mahi. We had a plan in our head on how long we were gonna wahoo fish for, and the time had come. Next thing in order was to go look for dolphin. Now we're not just blind trolling, we're looking for weed lines, something that's gonna hold the fish. Every day it's different. One day it can be 1 mile offshore, you'll find weeds, another 20, 30 miles offshore. All right, we ran 24 miles offshore before we found anything. We found this weed line sitting here. We actually saw some activity on it. What do you think? It's almost like an oasis out in the desert?
Yeah, it's like an aquarium out here, It'd be full of life. There'd be bait fish everywhere, which will bring the dolphin in, and should be able to get them here.
Let's throw some plugs on it, see if we can get bit.
Real-time Florida Sportsman is brought to you by Penn. Let the battle begin.
We found that weed line that we were looking for. Not exactly picture perfect, but it was enough. 20-something miles offshore, it doesn't take a lot to hold fish.
Oh! Oh
There's
my
dolphin,
God.
big dolphin!
Big dolphin.
Big dolphin!
Big dolphin. Man, that was a big one.
There he is! You got him?
No, I don't know if I got him.
There is a big dolphin out here right now.
That was a big fish.
Ho, ho, ho. All right, let me see if I
Want
can
to
get
get a
the
gaff?
bull.
Want to get a gaff? There's a good one right there.
Okay, okay, hang on. Let me just get one. There's one. Right on the Gozdz. All right, there's one. And there was one that was 4 times that size swimming down there. God, I got bells and whistles going off. Let me shut this autopilot off. We were just making our way down the weed line, throwing plugs. Saw it had to be a 30-pound bull swim across the bow of the boat. These cows were following her. Threw him that Gozdz, man. Just ate it up. This is so much fun. Using light tackle, just 15-pound spider wire. Perfect. Good eating size here. Let me get this one in the box.
Very good eating
Throw 'em in
size.
the Yeti and I'll help you out.
All right, hold on. Get a side shot there. Got him. Right in the boat. Nice shot. Nice shot. And
Get
the
him
hook
off the
fell.
plug right there. Good
Got 'em.
size. Twins. These weed lines are just areas that are holding, bait. Is really what it is. If you were ever just to pull up to one of these sargassum patches, pull a handful of this patch out and just shake it over the top of a bucket, you'd be amazed at the amount of life in a single batch of sargassum. There's small shrimp, there's crabs, there's bait fish, and really that's the main reason why these dolphin are running down these weed lines. We're throwing these plugs, but you can, there's so many different ways to target these guys.
Yeah, I like to throw these lures out there, try and slow technique at first, maybe take a couple pops. If that doesn't work, sometimes I'll just rocket it in, throw it out there, bring it in as fast as you can. Basically, you're trolling by these weeds, most guys are trolling by them, so if you're reeling as fast as you can, it's like trolling. So they're gonna hit it regardless. But sometimes they like it a little slower, it looks injured.
Topwater are great baits for dolphin, and the reason is you can cover a lot of water, you can cast them super far, and it's a great prospecting bait. It creates a lot of commotion on the surface, and if there's a dolphin in that area, he's gonna hear that plug ripping across the surface, and he's gonna come to see what it is. So rather than just kind of blowing past here, pulling some ballyhoo, we're really covering this weed line. I mean, you're firing, I'm firing, we're just really, covering the water that we need to. You can see it, it's a lot more interactive. You can see these fish when they're in the water. We saw that big bull just swim right by and she had those cows on her that we caught.
Yeah, like you said, instead of trolling past them, once we hook them, we're gonna be on them, We're just going so slow that we're just working this area pretty hard. We put it in neutral once we hook one, and they usually stay around the boat. Once you get them all fired up, it'll be on, man, I'm telling you.
You wouldn't think of a Babe-Ho with autopilot, but I got that Raymarine autopilot. You just kick it, lock it in, and it just holds the heading. It just follows right down this weed line, and both of us can fish rather than one of us steering. There's a lot of different ways to, fish these weed lines. Most guys will pull up, troll ballyhoo, artificial, zigzag across it, follow it along. Chase and I wanted to do something different. Our plan was just to parallel this weed line, just bump the boat in gear, hit the autopilot, get up on the bow of the boat, and just cover a lot of water with topwater plugs and really thoroughly fish this weed line.
Oh, lock it up, lock it up, lock it up.
I just put a ballyhoo out the back just in case while we were trolling along, and it got bit. Can't tell what it is. Now he's loaded up with a tank full of weeds here.
It looks like a mahi.
Got a little mahi, maybe the one I saw jumping.
Yeah.
I got a pile of weeds. It makes it feel like it's so much more.
Oh yeah, probably a little peanut on there.
Yeah, little guy. Surprised he's by himself.
That hooked very good.
20 inches they gotta be, you're allowed to keep 10 per person. Fastest growing fish in the ocean. That fish is probably a little only over a year old. It's amazing how quickly they grow. really sustainable fishery.
Real-Time Florida Sportsman is brought to you by Mercury Marine, #1 on the water.
The funny thing is, I was actually sitting down, eating a sandwich. Chase is up on the bow of the boat, and he gets bit. You know, he's like, oh, he didn't think it was much, maybe a barjack. Ended up being a small dolphin, but I tell you what, this small dolphin brought the herd with him.
Oh, big ones. Big ones right here. Big ones right here. Tons of them. Tons of them. There's a bunch of them right here. We gotta get some chunks out. Here, George, we gotta get some chunks on those.
Usually when you hook one of these dolphins, it's known. You keep one in the water, it keeps the school around. Chase also likes to utilize chumming when he gets into the school of fish. You know, keeps them interested, keeps them around the boat, and it was working.
Right here, right here, right here.
All right,
that's a good one.
Let me get him.
Right here. Bring it over. No.
Oh yeah, right next to the boat. There's bigger ones.
Big ones right here.
Right next to the boat, everywhere.
There's tons of them. Look at them all.
Look at them all.
Big ones. Big ones.
I got him on the plug. You just let him go. Looking for the bigger one. Here comes the bigger bite. Here comes the bigger bite.
Oh my God, look at them all.
Oh, there's a good one right there. Oh, right next to the boat.
Oh my God, that's a good one.
You got him. You got him.
Oh! He nailed that thing.
You still got him?
Yeah.
What a great bite.
Wow.
What a great bite. I tell you, come out here, we were working this weed line. We went one way, anticipated, we
Look at
turned
them all
around.
right here.
We said, you know what, we're gonna stay here. It is the oasis in the ocean.
Whoa.
I got a nice little gapper here.
Yeah, so do I. There's a good one here.
Classic dolphin fishing. Hours of boredom, moments of chaos, I say, and this couldn't be more the truth in a situation like this. Dolphins swimming everywhere. You're trying to catch the biggest one in the group, the smallest one keeps eating, and it's just mayhem. It's just ultimate pandemonium, but I tell you, it is so much fun.
There you go, he's gonna
There
jump,
you
it
go.
looks like. Oh!
There's one here.
Give it a twirl as far as you can.
There you go.
Oh. There's more right here with mine too.
Look at this dolphin, eating the savage.
You get it?
Yeah.
You got him?
Not the big one, not the big one, not the big one.
That's all right. Here, we're loaded with them right here, bro. Look at that. Oh, nice jump.
There's the bigger one right there. I'm gonna try to
some
get.
big ones. Oh,
There's a big one right here.
where is that? Yeah. Got this one coming in right here. Whoa, George, you're underneath. You got one on?
Oh, nice fish.
Got him. Got him, man.
Yeah,
Got
that's a
him.
good
Nice
one.
little
That's
bull.
what we were looking for.
Nice little bull here. There's a bunch of them right here in the water. We're gonna get a couple more here. Put this one away.
I'm gonna try to keep one in the water. It's always an effective thing to do. Keep one in the water.
We got a big fish around the boat we're trying to get here. He's a pretty decent sized fish. Gotta be in the 30s. Definitely 30 pounds if we can get into him.
Where is he? He's right here in front of the boat. Right there, right here. He got his buddy. He's got his buddy. All right.
Woo! There he is.
We're picking through the fish now. We're catching a lot of, small gaffers, but all of a sudden, this bull shows up, and I tell you, this is the one that gets your heart pumping. I'm gonna put a whole value on. I'm gonna use a big bait, catch a big fish. That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh, there he is. He's right behind you.
There he is. Okay, you just keep your eye on him, Kevin.
Keep an eye on him.
He's just not hungry. He's just not eating, dude. This big bull had been swimming around the boat now for at least 10 minutes. I've dumped pretty much the whole tackle box at him, and it just almost looked like he wasn't gonna eat.
He's right there.
That's the one!
Did you get him?
Right there!
What did you get him on? Yeah! George,
Oh, yeah,
get him,
that's
boy!
the one. Finally, I threw a... Woo! He's wrapped up in those weeds right now.
I'm gonna get this one while you
Yeah,
get
I got
that
another
one.
dolphin back here too.
I'm gonna get this one out of your way.
That's a decent fish there.
Yeah, man, this is a good one here.
Look at this one. Look at the colors.
Look at that one.
You cannot replicate these colors.
Just trying to get this fish out of your way. I don't want any tangles here.
That is a quality fish. We left him on, and it's actually brought, that's the cow, it actually brought the bull back in. Good job, good job. Boynton Beach, out of the inlet there. We're 24 miles offshore right now. We found this oasis in the middle of the ocean. Weed line, not many other, just one or two other boats out here.
Oh!
And we got a stud on.
Yeah, he's a good
Look
fish.
at the fins lit up. The peck fins are lit up. Come right over his head, buddy. Right over his head. I'll get him, I'll come to you. I'll get him to you, I'll get him to you. Come around the front, other side, left side, left side, left side.
I got you.
Opening the bail.
Yeah.
Look at that one! Woo!
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, God.
That's what I'm talking about right there, baby.
That's it, man. We saw that bull swimming around, and it was a matter of just changing techniques. We pulled up, we got the bait on the Ozuri, we switched over to Savage, caught some too, but you know what? We eventually pulled out some dead bait. That's what it took for this one.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
It's awesome. You know, we get all these, we kept them excited. You kept one in the water, I kept one in the water, we kept bailing them, and finally you kept working at them, and you got them. You got your fish.
We got a cooler full. We're 24 miles off of Boynton. You know what? It's been a great day. I don't know. We just head in, find something else, we find something else. If not, it's been an awesome day.
Oh, yeah.
Real-Time Florida Sportsman is brought to you by Ray Marine. Don't just go fishing, go hunting underwater.
We had wore these dolphin out. The Yeti was pretty much full. We could have stayed out there, picked away at more fish, but we wanted to switch gears. We wanted to put some more time in Wahoo fishing, so we pointed the Triton back to the west and made the run back on the reef line. We were offshore, got 24 miles offshore, had great success with the dolphin. You know, it's 2 o'clock. We said, you know what, let's run back inside, reset up. You know, typically I'm thinking of Wahoo as a low light, but you say you catch them all day long?
Yeah, I mean, I've had many times where I catch them midday, 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock. It just depends on if you pass them. I feel like if you pass them with just about any bait, you can pretty much hook up with them, you know?
So we got some time left in the day, you know, no better way than top it off with a nice Wahoo. So we'll just, you know, it's still dark doing this, or at least until we get one.
Definitely.
So we get back on the Wahoo troll, zigzagging back over the reef line, and finally that rod goes off. Switched it up, did a little trolling looking for a Wahoo. You know, light's getting a little lower. 5:30, it's kind of getting to be the prime time. Pulling one of these Yozuris, we got bit. I don't know, it doesn't feel like a very big fish, but we'll see what it is.
Might be a Cuda. Here. No, a little blackfin. Come over here.
Is it a little blackfin?
Yeah.
Woohoo! A little sushi.
Okay. All right.
A little more dinner there. Now look at this. Who'd have thunked it?
Unreal.
Wow. Really, I would never have thought pulling that plug, you get that blackfin right there.
Got him on the Ozuri, baby.
Unbelievable. These are great eating too.
Oh, they're awesome. I love them. He was hooked pretty good. That's what's nice about these trebles. Once they get hooked, they usually don't come off.
Yeah, he was stuck. It's hard to hold on to that fish. Look at that, man. He tucks those in. He is just a bullet.
Beautiful fish.
We throw that tuna in the box, we get back on the troll, and I look off in the distance and I see a slick on the water and some birds hovering above. And anytime you find anything that looks different out in the water, you have to investigate, especially with this frigate flying above. But you know, there's a sheen on the water that almost looks like fish oil, like something was feeding. We guys found some frigates, they're working something. Saw five frigates. Whenever you see that offshore, that's always a very positive sign. Pulling up, all I saw was a giant fin. I had no idea what it was until we almost got on top of this floating, all I could say, it looked like a carcass. I looked down and I have never seen a tiger shark before, and there was 2 massive tiger sharks swimming right under the bow of the boat. Oh my God.
Tiger, baby, tiger shark.
One of the tigers had swam away, but one stayed, and I tell you, we've probably sat with that shark for 20, 30 minutes and watched him consume what maybe was, I don't know, a dolphin or a small whale. It's hard to say, but I tell you, it was such an impressive sight to see. It was an absolutely incredible way to end a perfect day of fishing. Captain, get in and GoPro it. Mess up our lunches.
That's okay.
You friggin' kidding me? We got 5 frigates.
Good day there.